everyone, welcome back to Walker Farm Fam. Thank you so much for joining us today, right in the middle of the farm. In the opening of the video, you saw me come down and check out the cows. It is so peaceful down here. It's quiet, there's no noise, no phones ringing, no TV playing, nothing. I love being in nature. I love enjoying what God created. Right behind me is the pond. I came down here to check on it mainly. We have not had a ton of rain. It's coming right out of the summer season, so that's pretty typical. But right here, you guys can see that water hole has never gone dry. So it is always with the water table going up and down, and it's never gone dry. So we do have a little bit of water in the pond, but I'm gonna make sure and keep the stock tank full at the house so the cattle have nice fresh water up there. So today I'm doing things a little backwards because the boys have BMX practice tonight. We'll bring you along for that, but I'm gonna try to get the animals fed before they ever get home, get all the chores done. That way we can have dinner and then take them to practice. But I went on a run this morning. So when I went on my run, a couple of things happened. I found something really cool and I got flagged down. A gentleman had something to tell me. Stick around, I wanna tell you about that a little bit later. I'm gonna go get the chores started and bring you along for that too. But while I do, I wanna tell you guys about somebody that appreciates green just as much as I do. You're gonna have a hard time finding another family that loves being outside in nature. I mean, we built our home right in the middle of 60 acres with all the green right behind us. Well, today I wanna tell you about one of our favorite games that's also supporting green initiatives. June's Journey is a free to download hidden object mystery game that's based in the 1920s. The game's main protagonist, June Parker, allows you to follow along through a thrilling murder mystery story. This year, June's Journey has joined the Green Game Jam for the 4th time. They're encouraging the gaming community to follow along and make small contributions that contribute to the environment. This year, June's Journey wants to inspire players to take small, impactful actions for the environment. Whether it's planting a tree, doing recycling, or cooking a tasty recipe from leftovers, they believe that every small action matters. If you want to participate in the Green Game Jam, all you have to do is download June's Journey right now and join the Harvest Festival. From September 9th to September 17th, you can participate in themed game events with a chance to win exciting rewards. Until September 16th, players can participate in a real-life green activity, Seeds of Kindness Challenge. By sharing verified images of their actions, they have a chance to win exciting rewards. All you have to do is click the link in the description. So I had to run to the store, grab some stuff for supper. Breakfast for supper tonight. I needed to get some fresh bacon, some fresh fruit, some fresh juice. We had a big meal yesterday during Labor Day. We had a big cookout and nothing sounded good for supper except breakfast. So let me know. Do you guys like breakfast for supper? I know a lot of you do because every time we mention it, everybody loves it. Why don't we do it more often? So as the weather continues to cool down, we're gonna keep an eye out for our little ram here, Benjamin. We expect him to be big enough to breed our sheep. So he has got some of the coolest wool. Let me see if I can get here close enough where you can see some of the detail in it. But it's like little corkscrews, and he's starting to get little horns right there. So we were hoping that he wouldn't have horns, but that's just part of it. That's he's half baby doll and half valet or black nose is what people call it. And we knew there was a chance he'd get horns. We didn't know for sure. Shelby, you want to come in, girl? So he is gonna have horns. All right. So Shelby got chased by the turkey yesterday. I don't really know what that was about. The turkey was not happy with Shelby, but we'll see if she gets after her today. I mean, Shelby can defend herself. She's a dog. A turkey's a big bird, so Shelby can handle herself. But these cows, I'm still waiting on my truck to be repaired, so I haven't hauled off the cow that we don't want to keep yet, but I'm keeping the two together because if I take one cow out, that's going to make the other cow even more nervous, and that's not what I want. So, hey girls, this is That is for the cows, not the donkeys. Donkeys, I have a place for you to eat. I'm gonna go water and feed the donkeys. Come on, Shelby. Who are you running from? She's ready to get out of here. The plane, the plane. What movie is that off of? So somehow that gate was left open about like that. Yesterday Ranger and I did chores, so I'm gonna say it was me that left the gate open. I'm not gonna blame Ranger. But it happens to the best of us. It happens to the worst of us. Gates get left open, donkeys get out, and you know, it makes for an extra fun adventure in the morning time when all you really want to do is get all the kids out the door with lunch pails in their hand, fully clothed, and a full belly of breakfast. That's all you really want in the morning instead of chasing donkeys. So one of the regular things that I do now, since we have 2 cows and 4 donkeys, 5 donkeys, is sit back here. Dolly, stay away from my tripod. I sit back here on my stock tank and fill up with water. So I do this, and since I'm talking right now, the donkeys don't want to have anything to do with me. But this is also peaceful. Sitting here watching the animals. Come here, Dolly. Dolly. The donkeys. Every single one of them had got out and had went for a little bit of a stroll through our front yard. So luckily I got a feed bucket. They followed me right back in with no problems. Hey girl. Hey. Leave the tripod alone. So since they won't walk over to me, I'll have to bring the camera to you so I can show off the donkeys. They're all doing awesome though. Dolly is really growing. What do you got in your hair? You got something in there. Hey. And Benny here is doing good. He's fitting right in with the farm. Probably the most calm Jack that we could have possibly gotten. And he's very flashy. Look at all that color he's got. And no babies, so as far as updates on babies, there are none. There are none. I think this is a grass belly. I think that's a grass belly. You just like a lot of grass, girl. She basically looked like this when we got her. I found her a long time ago, and now she's just prone to having big old belly, I think. I don't think any of them were bred, including these 2 over here. Loretta and June Carter Cash. But if Benny does his job, we should have some foals about this time next year, so we'll be okay. Maybe spring of next year. And I've had 2 or 3 people ask about Bella. What happened to Bella? Is she still here? Because they see Shelby running around out there. Well, Bella still wears her collar that keeps her around the house. It's an invisible fence collar, and she is doing awesome. She hasn't been out in the road. She hasn't gotten a lot of weeds and stick tights and stuff like that. I brush her every couple of days, and she is a really good pup, but she's about 6 months old. I need to talk to our vet because I think it's about time to schedule a time to get her spayed. We always try to have our pets spayed or neutered, whatever it is, especially spayed though, because we don't want any puppies. We don't want any more puppies running around here, so I need to follow up and see exactly when I can get her in to get her spayed. Get back, girls and boys. So I wasn't so sure about Belle, whether she was gonna get that Highland look or not, but she is really getting some shaggy hair, shaggy fur. And if she was crossed one more time with a Highland, that is not your mama. You're not gonna drink no milk out of Blackberry. But if she was crossed, say she was the Highland and she got bred to a Highland, I think the calves would be really, really shaggy. Hey 47, you want some? Here. So 47 gets pushed back a little bit. I usually take care of her though. Come here, girl. There you go. Then you have Missy over there eating. She prefers the lick, tub of lick. And there's what you like to see, that little calf getting in there and getting her some feed. So hey Pepper. Salt and Pepper are both doing good. Steers are looking mighty big. We're kind of thinking about dates now with the steers. It won't be too long. We'll be having to set dates for them. We'll be putting them up back where the cows are, where the donkeys are, in that pen, and we'll be feeding them out. So it won't be long. We'll be finishing the steers on grain, but all of the cows are doing good. You can see they're just as content as can be. They were laying down in the shade earlier, and now they're up eating. And these chickens in the chicken tractor just seem to get prettier every time we look at them. I mean, that is one really handsome rooster. Try to get you guys a look through the wire, but I think that one in the back is probably my favorite out of all of them, but they're doing great in here. But we have yet to get any eggs, so fingers crossed we start getting eggs soon. Now that the heat breaks, hopefully they'll start laying. So all the big pen out here seems to be doing good. I mowed me a path. Some people were worried about all the grown-up things out here, but if you were a bird of prey and all the chickens can go in here, how are you going to catch them? You're not. That's why it's all grown up. There's not going to be any bird getting in there getting a chicken. No chicken hawk or eagle or anything like that can dive under thick brush like that. So it keeps the chickens safe. It also gives them a place to go in and get out of the summer heat. So, but we have a chicken in here we got to check on. She has been setting on eggs for 3 days now, and hey girl. So I gave her 13 eggs. I let her keep 13 eggs, and now I marked all of those with an X, and it's time for me to gather the ones that aren't marked with the X. So see if I get pecked today. I don't usually get pecked. Can you get up for a second? Okay, no X on that one. So sometimes we do a little fair trade agreement. Why don't you go eat you that little bit of grain right there, girl? While I check and see. Okay, that one has an X. 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 No X. This is harder than it looks because you're in this pen with low light. There's an X on that one. I just want to pull out all the fresh eggs. That one has an X. And she has turned them over every day really well. So I think that's it. This one, I don't see an X. Oops, don't want to break anything here. I don't see any X on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That should be it. So I want to take these other ones over here. So the chickens have learned that they've started laying, some of them have started laying away from her nest. which is good. Okay. So I'm gonna leave her be. And you guys can see, I'm a man of my word. I've been telling that chicken for a month that if she would stay on the nest when the weather cools down, then I would let her stay, and the weather is now beautiful. There's no real 90-degree days inside. Everything's the high 80s, so she gets to try and hatch some eggs. So I made it back inside, and I'm getting supper started. Bacon, about ready to mix up my pancakes, and we've got a dozen farm fresh eggs over there, so it'll be a good breakfast for dinner, breakfast for supper kind of night. But I told you guys earlier that I saw a guy, and bacon is what made me think of it, this morning on my run. I want to show you what I found on my run and what this guy lost this morning right now. So it's bright and early, and I'm really enjoying the weather. And on my run today, I'll have to show you, I found a new pair of pliers. So not only did I find a new pair of pliers, but I also just had a gentleman stop me. He was pulling a little 2-horse trailer, and he said, "You haven't seen a hog, have you?" And I said, "No, I haven't seen a hog." And I said, "How big a hog?" 250 pounds, red hog. He was hauling it to the butcher shop this morning, homegrown, which is about 2 miles from here, or 3. And he said he got there and the trailer door was open. The hog was gone and it's missing. So I told him if I'd see it, I'll call homegrown and let him know. But that man's having a really bad day, and that hog is having a really good day if he's still alive. But I'll keep my eyes peeled and see if I see a hog. If I do, I'll video for you guys. Can you imagine though, getting to the butcher shop, thinking you're gonna get a bunch of sausage, bacon, pork chops, open up the back trailer or look at the back of the trailer and there's no hog? Oh, that's a bad day. But anyway, I thought I would share that with you. And if I see a hog, I'll share that too. Everything's cooking up. So that's what I saw this morning. I couldn't believe it. Now the man lost his bacon, but Cassie will be home in just a minute, and I want to tell her about it too, and we'll catch up with her before we go to BMX. All right, Ranger made it home from school. Bacon. Is that an egg under the bacon?
Yep.
He said he's gonna make him a taco out of that.
Sausage balls. We had leftover sausage balls from our Labor Day celebration, but Cassie's home now. Guess,
Maple syrup.
maple syrup. Guess what I found on my run today? A brand new pair of pliers. But then not long after that, a guy stopped me and he didn't want his pliers back, but he had a trailer. He was pulling a trailer. He said, "Have you seen a hog? I lost a hog out of here somewhere and I'm looking for it." So he said he was hauling his hog over to Homegrown, over to Allen's, and he got there, looked back, and there was no hog in the trailer.
The door was open.
The door came open.
It wasn't his pliers though?
No, it wasn't his pliers. So the door came open, but anyway, I thought that was kind of
That's crazy.
a really bad day for the man, a really great day for the hog. Because
As we eat our bacon.
as we eat our bacon and our sausage.
Yummy.
You boys ready for BMX?
Oh, yeah.
You excited, Ranger? Mm-hmm. So Ranger did his first race last week, and he did a great job, and hopefully his tires stay up. That's all I got to say about that.
Did you order any new ones yet?
No, I need to order them. It's on my to-do list. So Mazzy always gets a special chocolate chip pancake. She is the only chocolate chip pancake eater in our family. But Mazzy starts something next week. We didn't do it this week because of Labor Day, but what's next Monday?
Violin.
Violin lessons. So not only is she doing her music lessons, her voice lessons, but now she's doing violin. So will you play them after you start learning a new song? Will you play it for them?
I don't know.
Come on.
Let's see.
We'll see. She'll play it for you, but it's going to take a while because she always starts a song and then it goes on for her fall recital or Christmas recital. So it'll be a little bit. So before we head to BMX, I was going to show the boys what I found today when I was out on my run. You want to check those out, Ransom? What do you think we should do with them?
We should clean them up.
You want to put them in your toolbox if you clean them up? Then you can have them. All right, we gave Ransom an upgraded pair of pliers.
Rusty.
can hear it flying up.
So
See
all we,
the rust flying up.
yeah, we'll put a little bit of oil on them though. It'll stop the rust, and they work really well. But you just never know what you're gonna find when you're driving down the road, and you're running down the road.
Or you riding your bicycle?
No, I was running for my training. So today is the first day of training for a half marathon
Bless you, Bella.
in November. God bless you, Bella. Bella's over here sneezing. She must be allergic to rust
There's a rowdy one.
coming off of that. All right, so BMX night. You guys excited?
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite part about BMX, Ransom?
The last jump because I can manual over it.
Okay, Ranger, what's your favorite part about BMX?
Riding the track.
Just riding the track, getting to have fun. All right, well, we're gonna head that way. We'll bring you along. Once we get there, I'll try to show you guys some highlights of the boys. This is just a practice night, no races, but they'll be racing each other all the time, so we'll see who wins. All right, the boys have been going for a little bit. They said they're gonna go hard this time on a video, okay?
Yep.
All right, go hard. Let's show them what we got. Mainly on this last section right here, okay, Ransom?
I'm gonna go very hard on the second straight.
Very hard on the second straight. All right, I'll video you on this round, okay?
Walk up to him and he's already got my picture on his phone.
Ransom's running late. So the boys had a blast at BMX. You think this is the new thing, Cassie?
I think so. Ransom came in saying that was the most fun BMX practice ever.
Yeah, they've always played different sports. Ranger, he didn't always enjoy soccer practice. Ransom doesn't always enjoy the practice part, but they always enjoy the game a lot.
Yeah.
But with BMX, they absolutely love the practice.
I was just telling a lady at school today that I really like how laid back it is, but also like how serious you can take it if you so choose. But I told her practices on Tuesday, if you come or not, you still race on Saturday and no one cares. It's not a big deal. If you want to get better, like the boys came in saying all the things they learned, then you need to go to practice. But then on Saturday, they get more practice runs, and then race after that. So I really like the setup of it. I like the low pressure. If you want to go do all these crazy races and travel and do all that, you can. Kind of just like everything else. But there's no crazy parents yelling the entire time.
There's no ref to argue with.
There's no ref. The coaches aren't like, all right, now we're doing this and this and this. And I just really like the laid back of it.
Yeah, it's kind of more of an individual sport. Like if they was a runner on a track, it's one person. It's up to them. How much work do they want to put in during the week at home? They can ride their bike for 2 hours every night if they want.
Yeah.
But we were talking to one of the guys in charge, and within a 50-mile radius, 70-mile radius, you could go 7 days a week. You could either be practicing or racing at a track in Tulsa, Sand Springs, Pryor, different locations every single week if you wanted to.
A lot of people have said, my boys would love that, or my kids would love that. Well, you can get on the USA BMX website and look for a track near you, because there's actually lots of tracks out there. Maybe we're in the best part of Oklahoma for that. Well, maybe southern or western or whatever, maybe
and
not.
Tulsa landed the national BMX headquarters a few years ago, which is a really big deal for the area. So that probably helps us out a lot too.
Yeah, so, but yeah, the kids are loving it, or the boys are loving it, and I like it.
All right. So don't forget, if you guys are interested in June's journey, the link is going to be down in the description. We've got the QR code up on the screen right now, and you guys can get on that while it lasts. But we want to thank you so much for following along with our family and our adventures. We hope you have a great day, and God bless.
We love you guys.